All right, guys. Good morning. It's ADP again. Um, we started this teaching some days ago, and so far so good. We've been able to make some significant progress in what we are doing, and I thank God for everything. Okay. I'm happy you guys are here. By the grace of God, tomorrow, after the practical class, we are going to call it a day. The next thing is for people that join the mentorship class to continue from where they stop. Okay. I need to say this. Yesterday, somebody come to my DM and he said something, and I think I need to talk about it. He said, "Thank you, sir. I paid someone to learn how to trade forex, and for good 3 months, he has not been able to do anything. So immediately he attended our free class, especially yesterday class, trend line support and resistance. He practiced what we said, and already it's in profits. Yesterday he was so shocked, and he said, I don't believe it, that I could actually practice something within a day, and I'm making progress already. And immediately he has to pay for the mentorship class. And as I said, after tomorrow class, that is after tomorrow class, 2 p.m., the $50 will close. We will open the opportunity for $70. And after the $70, on Sunday, we go back to our $200. Whoever is able to key in will be the person I will mentor for the rest of the class. Okay. And aside that, I need to also say this. Many people always ask me, why do I think forex is difficult? The problem is many of you have met so many wrong guys in this market that is teaching you so many nonsense. As a matter of fact, many of them are teaching what they don't understand. Just see an indicator somewhere and they bring it on and they tell you, do this, do that, do this, do that. And you're not making progress in the market. Let me give you a secret. You might not believe me, you might believe me, okay? The most simplest thing to trade is forex. I started with cryptocurrency and I know how difficult it is to trade cryptocurrency. Okay, some of these guys are teaching you what is not applicable. The big banks that move the market, institutional traders. If I say this, you might not believe, but I'm going to say it anyways. They use 3 things: candlesticks, which is your first lecture, trend line, support and resistance. The only thing that is needed that I won't teach in this class is moving average. These are the 4 things. Go and read all their news. Go to MT4, read the news, see the charts. Professional traders, they trade trend line and candles. They don't use all these Bolivka Bank, Fibonacci. They hardly use them. I can't remember the last time I used Fibonacci, RSI. Although I'm going to teach you everything in the advanced class just for you to know. In case somebody wants to bamboozle you, I want to talk later on in life, you can say, I know it, but it's not that relevant. Okay, the big guys, they use candlesticks, they use trend line, and I've taught you for free. I'm serious. Go and check the big traders. And that is how to know where they're going to, because you're going to follow the big traders. It's not these retail traders that you are going to follow. The big guys, and that's why you keep making money. That was the reason the guy could make money yesterday. Immediately he put his trend line on the chart, he could see where the guys are going. And that is where everybody is going to. The trend is already telling you, this is the direction we are following. Anything might happen, but they would definitely respect that. The support and resistance is where the big guys are. And that is where they are determining the movement of the market. And that is what I've exposed you to. So today I'm going to build on that. Conky will come to take you patterns, and I'm telling you, by Saturday, we'll just do a practical class, maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour practical class to do all this thing, and then we are done. So if you know the value of, if you now know the value of what I've done, you should rush the advanced class. So portfolio management and other things, experience comes in advanced class, which I will not cover here anyways. Sorry, I need to pick that up. So the the thing is, when you get to the advanced class, you just build on what you have learned so far in this free class. Okay, tomorrow we are ending up the class. So portfolio management, risk management, anything management, fundamentals, how to analyze fundamental, all that comes in the advanced class. So I've done enough. Seriously, guys, I know I've done enough. So let's go to, it's very, in the next 30 minutes I should be done. And I take questions with my own section. It's very, very simple. My section is simple. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, this is what we have been using, our Euro USD. I think we have been on this guy for a while. Okay. Now we want to talk about channels. Before I talk about channels, what is the importance of channel? The importance of channel is for you to take advantage of the market in any direction is going to. In any direction. When I mean direction, I mean when the market is going up, you can take advantage of retracements. So we'll be talking about retracement as we talk about channels. So if the market is going up, for example, you can take advantage of retracements to enter the market when you know where the market is going to, and also the retracements to sell. Now, channel is good for people that want to scale. You want to make money in both directions, but then let me sound this note of warning. Don't trade against the markets. Never you trade against markets. If you're a professional, you can try it, but be very careful. Don't trade against the market, okay? Now, let's take for instance, all right? This market was on a downward trend. On a downward trend means the market was selling, the market was bearish. The market was bearish, but then in that bearish market, it follows a particular pattern, which means there is higher lows, lower lows, higher lows, lower. I think when we were talking about trend, Conkeep mentioned it. Higher lows, lower lows. Now, what do you do with trend is this. Okay, let me draw the trend. The trend goes like this, right? When it was coming down, there was another trend like this at this junction. So I'm just doing it manually for you to see the channels where this market now. But then you can do it instead of drawing all this trend, just bring channels into it. This is channel. From here, I'm going to draw a channel. You touch this place. Stay here. This one, touch this place. Okay. This particular downtrend now started from this region, and it was trading down to this channel, to this lower channel. What you have here is a perfect market, is what we call channels. It's a market pattern that shows the direction at which the market moves. Anytime this market touch this upper channel, it continues to sell. Now, in drawing channels, sometimes we have a middle line that can come between. That means we can have something like this that comes in the middle. We can have something like this that comes in the middle. That means a trend, another middle trend, and another small trend can happen inside a trend. I believe he talks about all this trend of a thing yesterday. So we can have another little trend inside the trend to make a channel. Now, market goes back in two areas. It's either the market, after in a selling, it's either the market touch the lower channel, the middle channel, go back like as if you want to buy, touch the upper channel, sell a little bit, goes back, sell, you touch the outer channel before we have a breakout. Now, I know many of you will be saying, what is this guy saying? What is this guy saying? Let me go back and explain it better. Let me use this to explain it better. This market started an uptrend here, okay? This is when the uptrend started. Let's pick here as an uptrend. The market goes like this. This is an uptrend, right? Where does the market get to? And it retraces. That is the upper channel. Now, where the market was started buying from this place, it goes to a particular point. So we connect, we connect the two areas, which is this area to this place. So let us believe that a market will continue in this channel until we break out of the channel. Breakout means that we violate that channel, we have to go either below it or above it for us to confirm a new trend. If you see a market like this, what you should be looking for is two things. Number one, you should be, if the market is an upward trend, that means the market is going upward, you should be looking for the market to touch the lower channel and look for a buy. Like for instance now, when the market was coming down to this place, you look for a buy. When the market goes up and touch the upper channel, now the problem with channel is this. Most of the time, the market might not up the upper channel. It might touch the just the inner channel. There's always an inner channel in an upper channel. Now, how do you know that there is an inner channel? What you do is this. Try to draw some support and resistance inside the channel. For instance, we have a resistance here. We have another resistance, a support here. We have one here. We have a support here. All this region are areas where the market can retrace. That means we are buying at a junction where the market have a pullback. A little sell is retracement. That is where you join the market for a buy. Because we are on uptrend, what you are looking for is a buy, not a sell. It's only when you are a professional that you quickly look for some sell and quickly take some money from the market and run away. But in the real sense of it, what you should be looking for is a buy. Now, at this junction where the market have little retracements, is when you look for a buy to enter the market. The channel is just giving us an idea of how the market is moving. Sorry, I want to take all these things away so that I don't like us to have too many indicators. I will not be confused. So the channel is just telling us that the market is moving in this pattern, in this direction, and it will continue in that direction until we violate it. If we don't violate that channel, the market will continue. That was the same thing I was saying here. The market was selling inside a channel. It's forming like a channel, like a pattern coming down. You can see that the channel and pattern are almost the same thing because channel on its own is a pattern. So the market is coming down, it's selling down. We are just looking at where the market is having little retracement. Let's go further. You can see whenever the market is in a direction, it always forms a pattern of early channels. You can see this market was selling from this region. The sell happened. So it was like, it's as if we are in a, you can see, like a small channel was being formed here. Now, at this junction, what are you looking for? Anytime, let me draw it, let me make it perfect, okay? You can see, it looks small, but that's a good channel there. Let me enlarge it. All right, good. Now, here, anytime the market touch the upper channel, you can see that a sell happens. It continues the sell. Immediately it touch the lower channel, a retracement happens. It looks as if you want to buy. It's not buying. The buy will happen only if you go outside this channel. That's the channel is just like a guide. For example, now, if I'm selling this market, let's say I enter a sell at this junction and I'm holding it. If the market get to this place and it look as if you want to buy, I don't need to run away from the market. I will have to wait. The only place where the market will, where I will run away is if we should go outside this place. Let's say when we were buying here, the market goes outside here. That channel, we have violated the trend line, and the candle must close above that channels. So if that happens to me, if I'm in a sell and I start, we go outside that channel, I will run away because I believe the market is now against me. But if we are still within that channel, I know it's just a retracement. It's a place where I should add to myself. So if I'm in a sell now, if we touch this channel and we did not break it, we see a candle stick form, a candle price action form another place, is a place to add to your lots. That means you add to what you add to your position. Maybe you have used 0.1 before. You just add to the 0.1 and you join it to the sell. You start selling. Okay, that is about that. That is about that. That is about channels. It's as if it's just like a guideline to your position. You've entered a set position. You've drawn the channel. So the channel is just guiding you that, okay, the market is within this pattern, is moving within this channel. Immediately, once we are not outside the channel, we are still safe to sell. Now look at what happened when we violate the channel. When the candle violates it, this violation, this candle closed above the channel, the market change direction. You can see how significant channel is. Immediately, the candle formed above the channel, outside the channel. We know we are following this channel. Immediately, the market formed outside it. The market changed the direction to buy. You can see that market change direction immediately to buy. But when we were inside the channel, the market was respecting the sell. So look at this also. Because I'm going to draw as many channels as possible for you, so that you have a perfect understanding of what I'm doing. I need to take this away. Okay. Okay, let's draw a channel here where the market was when the market turns to a buy. So let's say we are having this market here. Now, someone will ask me, ADP, why don't you consider this candle? Remember, the law is the candle that breaks the trend line must close above it. I believe he made mention of it yesterday when he was talking about the laws that guide all these things. The candle that breaks your trend line must close above the trend line. So when we were on a buy, the market was within this channel. Since this candle did not close above it, we don't count it. We can still stay in the market. But then immediately we have a candle, this red candle. Okay. Alpha. Be bad. Yeah, good. Immediately we have this red candle, this one, that breaks the trend line and it closed above that channel. This candle, you can see it closed significantly below the channel. We have violated that channel. It's not relevant again, and we can't make use of it. That means we are outside the channel. You should be looking for or anticipating a sell in that market. Don't forget, I said if it doesn't close above it, or this one that doesn't close above the channel is not relevant. The market will still respect that channel as long as we don't close above it. But if we close above it, the market will not respect it again. And immediately we close below it here, the market violates it and we begin to sell. So that is channels for you. It's as simple as that. That is channel for you. And I think that makes sense. If you combine the power of trend line, which is almost the same as channels, with your candlestick knowledge and understand this thing, you can trade channel successfully. It's as simple as that. And I'm done with the channels. Unless there's question,